Ivo, Lehanton Lane, and Tessano. My name is Noyo Kwote, and we're getting to another conversation. And today it's going to be all women. Yesterday was all men. But we're getting to this particular conversation that's very serious. It's interesting as well. Entrepreneurship. Not just that, but the realities of being a female entrepreneur. You know, we always talk about the successes, people built their businesses and all of that, but we never really do talk about the struggles and then what happens behind closed doors, the sleepless nights, the troubles, the financial troubles and all of that. We'll get into this conversation real shortly. I have three wonderful guests in the studio who've actually built their businesses and their own business path. Okay? I want for you to be a part of the conversation. So send me a message via WhatsApp on the number 020-444-7033. That is 020-444-7033. Don't forget to add your name and location, my darling. My name is Noyo Kwote. Let's get personal. Like always, find me on Instagram, Anna_Oyo_Kwote. Don't forget to add your name and location, all right? Now here's one. This is the part that I really like always nowadays on the show. That's because the show is sponsored by H&H Gary 4-in-1. It has Gary, there's creamer, it's got nuts and sugar. All you need is to add just a little water and then you can munch on that. I hope that you go on the market and grab one for yourself. Well, I'm ready for the show. If you're ready, I'll take a breather. When I am back, I'll introduce my guest to you. Don't go nowhere.
Kelvin, be a good boy. Focus on your studies and don't follow girls with longer life than their future.
Your son is under VIP security and I'm the head of domestic affairs. Johnny Mami, don't be optical. Guys, we need to boss in the Roma. Ma, Johnny Mami, what? Milko Drono. Boy, me more feeling what?
Okay, senior, thank you.
Yeah, you think it's free? Major Gary and Katia, sugar, share, Mammy Nunya Samwati. Hey, that a beating to make a total boss. H&H Gary. Wait now. So you Gary. For me. Oh, yeah. Chocomas.
You have the choice to pick and choose. So you Choco Gary. Boys and girls, why I see? Gary in India.
What they going for here?
This advert is FDA approved.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Welcome back to the Friends and Family Show. On this episode, before I went for that break, I was telling you that we're getting to a conversation talking to, you know, ladies or female in entrepreneurship. So we're talking about all the things that you need to know. But of course, the struggles are real. You know, at some point, it gets to a point where you don't really want to do this anymore. And Charlie, me and I'm going to buy it. Like, you know, I started this on my own. Nobody can force me. But one time, when you put your foot forward, you just have to keep going. And then it gives you sleepless nights and all of that. But you know, when you look back, the time spent, the money put in it, people are looking up to you, you just do not want to fail. But then there's so many struggles that we don't really talk about. We know about, you know, the businesses that are flourishing. And then when you see them on TV or probably you see the whole building, you're like, hey, they're doing so well. They are counting their money for them. You see? But you don't know that they are struggling. Well, I've got three wonderful ladies who are going to tell us all about it. And I'm going to start off with a wonderful lady looking at me. I like her shoes. Yeah, I wish you could grab a shoe for me. I like her shoes. You love her. Her name is Ikea Adobia Adote. She's a creative director of Amber Collections. How you doing, darling?
Very well, thank you.
Nice. I like your outfit as well.
Thank you.
Hey, and then I said, why I combi, papa, solid combi. You look nice.
Thank you.
Welcome to us. This is my first time having you. Nice. And then I have Nanefia Kwanchi Ado, who is a serial entrepreneur. What does that mean when they say serial? You do other things?
Yes, you do
multiple things. Nice one. Hey, then your heart is
it's
getting because me, while like this, I close shop.
I tell you.
Yeah. One, I won't do. All right, so this is Mrs. Ariane Sylvie Panu, who is the owner of Aries Collection. I have tried her products. It's really good. The shea butter. I got one that had almost everything in there.
That's the family pack.
The family pack.
Yes, please.
And I like. There's one that had.
Is it the cocoa or the mango?
Mango. And the mango smell is so strong.
So good.
And then it has another one, the yellow one.
The yellow one, that's a turmeric.
Wonderful.
Turmeric.
You say I know this.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So yeah, these wonderful ladies are going to tell us all about, you need to know about being a female and being in this, running your own business as well. So tell me this, you're welcome, ladies. You look really nice. Nice. So tell me about this. Was there any point in your life growing up, did you ever think that you run your own business? Yeah?
Yeah, the signs were always there. When I got in DHS, my dad has a shop. So anytime you're on vacation, he will make you stay in the shop. If you lose any money, remove it from your allowance.
Hey!
Oh, yes. And my mom will buy toffee and granules, the shell one. Then I'll roast it. I'll be selling it and selling the toffee, even though I was not accounting for the money, but then the business has always been there up to university.
So you have the interest.
The interest has always been there. I've learned how to sew wigs. I've learned makeup. Like, I just love doing things with my hands. So I always know I'll have something.
So you've never done a 9 to 5?
I do net. I have an IT background. I still do it.
Okay.
Currently, I'm an IT support.
Okay.
In one of the banking firm.
Right.
While I also run my business at the side. Yes.
Right. You?
I would say growing up, I didn't think I would be an entrepreneur, but I had that moment. I had the signs. Looking back, I think the signs were there because I wasn't the type that will always conform, want to do things the way everyone is doing their things. I always wanted to look for the best way, the smart way of solving problems. And also coming from a background where my mom is an entrepreneur, my grandma and all that, I'm not surprised that I'm here.
You're doing it.
Yes.
Nice. What about you, Fair? What about you?
I have always been somebody who's wanted to do something like that. My family is predominantly business oriented. My parents are from the Eastern region, Crows and Achems. So we mainly do a lot of business. So wherever I find myself, I just look out. If I can find a business opportunity, I'm there.
So
even though I've done 9 to 5, whilst in the 9 to 5 field as well, I used to look out for opportunities here and there.
To run your own business.
Yeah.
That's nice. But then, did you ever look up to somebody? Is there a particular woman that's done her own thing or in business that you've always said that, look, I'm looking up to this woman. I want to do what she's doing, similar or probably just be like her? Is there any woman, like let's say someone that's like, you admired, who is actually also an entrepreneur that you've looked up to, and because of that, you're ganging, even if, things are hard, you're still ganging. Is there anyone like that?
For me, I won't say I was looking up to her, but she's influenced me a lot. And that is my grandmother. I heard them say they have 9 to 5. For me, I have never done a 9 to 5.
Hey!
I just started life after school as an entrepreneur. So my grandmother has influenced my journey a lot. When I was even in the university, during vacations, you will find me going to help my grandmother. And the ethics she taught me, the work culture, and all those things has really influenced my entrepreneurship drive. My grandmother had never had any form of formal education. So looking at someone like her, who has been able to create her own thing nurture their own business, use that to take care of a family, solve a societal. And it's very interesting the kind of business she's even into. So she's into the wholesale and retail of industrial raw materials.
Okay.
And along the line, she started manufacturing cosmetics. And this is someone with no formal
education.
So such a person actually influenced me that if she's been able to do this, then if I have had a background, I've been educated and all that, what should stop me? And up to on date, she's still doing the business. It's not like she's been in it for over 6 decades. So looking at someone like her, there is no turning back. It means everything it is possible.
But what are you into? What do you do?
So I already mentioned I'm a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I started off with the wholesale and retail of industrial raw materials as well. So I had to, at a point, obviously, you know, when you want to change. So sometimes before I even get into that, I've come to realize that we usually confuse business, a business woman or a businessman, with entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, most of the time, is like you are looking forward to changing a status quo, something that probably is not working the way you think it should go. So for me, when I was helping my grandmother, there were things that they were doing that I felt, no, these things should not be done this way. Because you are handling raw materials. You are handling things that my sister is using to manufacture her products. So it needs to be handled in a certain way, the regulations, the packaging, everything. Obviously, old school would not easily accept that. So I had to start my own thing from 2014, right after school and after national service. So I started off with the sale of industrial raw materials because I realized that at the time, Ghanaians were doing, that's like, how many years ago? More than about 12 years ago. So many. But when I was even helping my grandma, that was like way back 2008, that way. So I saw Ghanaians doing these soaps, creams and all that, but I noticed how the chemicals were being handled was actually affecting the outcome of the products. So someone may want this particular fragrance, but when they go and buy from the chemical shop, maybe you find them using one measuring cup for the same fragrances, and that can affect the outcome for the manufacturer. So I said, no, it cannot be done this way. There needs to be a change. So I started off with the base, which had to do with the importation of industrial raw materials and wholesaling them. Initially, I just wanted to do wholesale, but I realized people wanted them in small packages. We had to do retail. Then after the sale of industrial raw materials, I then moved into manufacturing. So we had to start manufacturing our own products. And I don't know if you've heard of Touch Products. So that's when Touch Products came in the line and we started making our own detergents, also showing people the way, because we noticed that most of the manufacturers at the time, the packaging was really a problem. Like you could just tell a Ghanaian product from the look of it that this is a Ghanaian product. So we wanted people to know that it is possible to do something in Ghana and your products will look amazing and have that foreign look. We started off with that. Then now we moved into fragrances because we noticed that was also a challenge in the manufacturing industry. Maybe my sister can attest to it. That sometimes you are looking for fragrances that will give them that edge, like make people believe that this, you know, sometimes there are some products you pick and by the smell you say, no, this one is a local brand. Yes. But when they pick the foreign brands, there are some fine fragrances and very good fragrances that when you use for your products, it gives you that standard, that international standard for you to be able to compete with any international brand. So it's like always there is something I add on.
Right. So that explains the cereal. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, so as the question I asked initially, so you answered, no, she answered first. So if you look up to somebody that made you get into what you're doing?
Whatever I'm doing now is actually self-taught. But then when it comes to the business perspective, like how to handle a business and the zeal to continue a business, I always look up to my mom. Because my mom is someone that has to start all over again at a point in time, and she's always able to make it. From the small scale, I remember she used to sell pure water, then she moved to selling juice, then she moved to now having her own store where she sells something else different. So And I noticed her business grow and grow and grow. And she's just not that person that will just sit down and close her hands and wait for you to bring her money. She's always having a new business idea and working on it and even growing it further. So when sometimes she comes in the area, so this one you do, who taught you this one? I know I inspire you a bit, but this one that you are doing, I'm surprised. So I'm like, yeah, I'll learn it from you, because everything you take, you are able to learn about it, understand it, and even flourish it. So that has been one of the key points in my life. That's why my name today is Aris, because she used to call me Aris. So I'm like, let me give this something to remember her about. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
And just like what she said, I also do not have anybody in my family doing the ready-to-wear kind of business, but I take inspiration from my grandmother and also my mother as well. They are very meticulous business people, and they are able to manage the small, anything small that comes into their hands. They're able to multiply it into big and very flourishing businesses. So I take a lot of inspiration from my mother and my grandmother.
Right. So you, now I'm trying to remember the products, right? I tried Touch. Yeah, the fabric, conditioner. I think I tried the white, the blue, the yellow, and the pink.
Okay.
It was really good, I must say. And I was actually looking out for you at the This is Ghana. I don't know how I missed it. Yeah. But you really do have nice products, I must say. And I heard you say ready to wear.
Yes.
So that means that what you're wearing is your own make.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, so now how did you start? Did you really start small, or like, you've one time you just went in big like that? Because people make a lot of mistakes with that. Like testing the waters. I think that you take 1 foot first, try and see if this is for me or this is not for me, and then even when you're making that turn, you don't really feel it. But if you go big and you collapse like this, it's painful.
It's very painful.
To come up. Yeah.
Very, very painful.
When you put everything, like putting all your eggs in one basket, I want to do this, so that's what I'm going to do. People actually make that mistake, you know that. But how did you start? Did you start really small?
It was something I was doing for myself from the beginning because of my skin issues. And then I'll do it in bulk. I'll get content and I'll do it in bulk and I'll share it to people. And it ended up in Burkina Faso. I don't know how come. And the lady called. I don't know how she got my number because I didn't put number on the container. She's like, oh, the rashes my child has vanished and I want to resell your product. So I'm like, okay, so this thing I'm giving for free, I can actually make money out of it. Then the first design I did it myself. I just did the design and I put the products together, then I sent it. Then people around me started buying one after the other. Then I sat down, then I did the formulation properly. So that's the family pack that you've tried out. Right. So that everybody will have their own. And the shea mango, that is tackled to people that love fragrances and babies. Yeah. We have the cocoa butter that the men really love because the scent is not too strong. The lemon and lavender for everybody that loves lemon scent.
And then the hair one.
The hair one. Yeah. And then I think I'm leaving one out.
The turmeric.
The turmeric one. Yeah. Also for people that love turmeric in their products. So I sat down and I came up with that and I did the design. And I ran it for like I think almost a year. And I'm like, no, this is going big. I need to get a better designer to design my product. That's a new branding we have currently, from our logo to everything. Then, we did our FDA. Then we started going to exhibition, introducing products to everyone. And the smile on their faces and the cost we get to has been like how we just started picking up a bit. And then today we are here.
Nice. I like the story. What about you?
It's like you were speaking to my younger self when you started. So for me, I had this friend that actually said, so you, as a baby, instead of crawling, you just decided to stand up like that. You fall down and break your teeth. So for me, I started big. And what actually made that happen was because it's like I had the idea, I had the drive. So I spoke to a friend in the early stages, and he was out of the country and actually shared my business idea and how this business can do a lot and all that. Oh, yeah, we're going to do this. So I thought I had the funding, I had the money. So why not? We decided to do import. And in my family at the time, nobody had imported a container before. So for me, it was a big deal. And I was out of school, just right after national service, 24. So this guy just, okay, I've sent the money to you. I had high hopes. In the last minutes, no. I think maybe somebody told you that Ghanaians, you cannot trust Ghanaians or whatever it is, whatever reason. To date, I cannot tell what happened, but like, I need my money back. And that was like a big blow to me at the time, because I was like, I have put all my hopes in this thing. I'm not even applying for a job. Yes.
Was sponsoring, right.
So I had the dream, I had the vision, so he was going to do this.
Invest. Let's say.
Invest.
Right word. Yeah.
I think that's the right word. Invest in it. So because I had to present a plan, how we are going to go about it and everything. For whatever reason, to get me my money back. And at that time,
you also paid for
my visa for China was just ready. I'm ready to go. I said, how do you expect me to handle this? And so I was really broken, and you can imagine the number of voices. Take it, go and start. When you finish, bring the person the money. And my grandmother, this very woman, just said to me, and now you know something. Sometimes you may not understand God's way, but maybe God does not want you to work with this person. So just give his money back to him. And I was just wondering, where am I going to start from? But because of the drive and everything we had worked towards and everything, I said, no, I just went back to my drawing table. So I'm going to do crowdfunding. How much is the money? I broke it down, wrote names of about 20 people that I think can help me. Then you talk to this person, maybe. So because if the money is huge, everybody would back off. Yeah. So I started off, and it was very tough. So even right from the money going back, me trying to crowdfund, went to China with its own challenges, which we cannot talk about today. It was very challenging. Got back, it was a struggle. And actually, that decision, just like you said, that sometimes it's good to start small. When it hit me like that, actually, after 2014, when I got my container out, I was never able to make that move again until 5 years later, because that was like a big blow. So for me, I didn't start small. I started big, and I was hit big, but the tenacity to continue and the challenges, I still had the drive. I still told myself I'm still going to do it. Maybe the next time I'm not going to import. I'm now really going to assess the situation properly and know if I'm ready for this. So I had to go into retail now and do wholesale. Then I understood the market better. And so in 5 years, when I decided I'm going to do this thing,
you were ready, like fully ready, ready. So usually, you need to put that lay down plans.
Exactly.
Usually we just say, okay, because I feel like I can do this. Yeah. Because it got to a point that there was in this era that everybody was doing makeup. Yeah, because one person is done it and then it's got the brand and everything. So there was one time everybody was learning how to do makeup. I was like, hello. Someone will do something. You look at the person and say, hey, sister, are you sure this is your... Then if you go and say, they say you're a hater, you're blah, blah, blah. But I can't see now. I know you're doing it for me to see and say that I'll use you. Yeah, it got to a point that everybody was running around a particular thing because one person has, done it. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's one thing about entrepreneurship as well. If it's not for you, it's not for you. You may think that probably you sold 1 or 2 things to a friend, or 2 or 3 people have bought something from you. But how to manage the finances is another problem. How to, market the thing is another problem. Challenge, customer service, everything. The person asks you small question, or to me, beside questions, to me, oh, sister, you don't have patience. It's not for you. You get. People don't understand that there are little things that sum up to the whole thing. It is not people are really excited that I own this. When they say that, I do it. But the whole work, you can't do it. You can't wake up at dawn, you can't plan ahead. Because I read comments on social media. I'm going to come to you for that question. Okay. But I read comments on social media. Like people I know customers are really annoying sometimes. Customers are, they say the customers always right, but we are made to but customers are really annoying. Yeah. But again, it's another trait for being a business person. They will ask you so many questions, but you need to answer because you are there. You want them to stay with you. You believe what you're doing. But challenge is how make a KB. But it's not a good thing. Those who can be to show people is not. It's not a good thing. Honestly, it's not. But there's see me for something. It's DM for price.
For price.
You are come there. I come there. So yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you start small, or you also had the vision? So no, it would be a shop.
No. In fact, I stumbled into the ready-to-wear business by accident.
Ah.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
You know, at a point in time, the ex-president Kufuor started the Made in Wear Ghana clothes thingy. And I used to be in banking at that time. So the bank I used to work with, we had our own cloth. But on certain days, we were allowed to wear our own clothes too. So I got this very good tailor, and she made very, very beautiful clothes for me. So anytime I wore them, people would pass comments. And then, okay, I end up introducing them to her, and so they'll make she'll make their clothes for them. And so along the way, I left the bank and I went to school. So during that time, I used to wear my old clothes from
that she had made.
Okay. And then I still got the comments. So I just thought that I think there can be a solution to this, because people are like, as for me, if I get a seamstress and I take my clothes to, they don't deliver on time, and then they don't do what I need to do a lot of fitting, and there's a lot of alterations here and there. But with mine, it was just a one-stop kind of tailoring thingy for me.
Okay.
So I just thought that if there's a problem, there must be a solution. So then I started helping people out, making clothes for them. If you ask me, I'll get the lady to make it, put something small on it, and then I sell it to you. So eventually, I just thought of it that sometimes you get it right, sometimes you won't. So I'd like to do things that you do not really need a lot of sizing. Something that's free to wear.
That's easy.
So, yeah. So I started with capes and wrap skirts. You know, with wrap skirts, you don't get it wrong most of the time, because it's almost like one size fits all. So with ready to wear, there's a lot of challenges with it, because people have different body sizes and shapes and all that. So then if you really target a particular kind of people, and then you're able to work around it, but it's not that easy, because it's a lot of capital intensive business. And you need to know people, their body types, colors, and everything else.
And
you make a lot of losses.
Right, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're talking to all these female entrepreneurs. We're getting into, all the things we need to know, how they started. And of course, we'll get to the successes, and we'll get to all the troubles. I'll take a break. When I'm back, we'll go back to this conversation. You're still on the Friends and Family Show. I'll be right back.
Kelvin, be a good boy. Focus on your studies and don't follow girls with longer lives than their future.
Your son is under VIP security, and I'm the head of domestic affairs. Johnny Mami, don't be optical. Guys, we need to talk about the mother Roma. Ma, Johnny Mami, what is? Milk Jono. Boy, me more feeling what is?
Okay, senior, thank you.
Yeah, you think it's free? Me Gary, sugar, share, Mami no nyase mwate. Hey, that a beating. To make it to boss. H&H Gary. Wait now. So you Gary. For me. Oh yeah. Chocomas.
You have the choice to pick and choose. So you Choco Gary. Boys and girls, why I see?
What they going for here?
This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, the stage is set.
Ghana, are you ready? From the 23rd to 28th September, the National Theatre comes alive again with the Ghana Theatre Festival 2025 under the theme showcasing the rich diversity of Ghanaian culture through the performing arts. Kicking off in grand style on Tuesday, September 23rd is an opening ceremony. The week-long festival will feature performances from the resident companies of the National Theatre, School of Performing Arts, University of Ghana, and various senior high schools. Be part of a symposium to discuss the impact of taxation on the fortunes of the arts industry. Let us enjoy the captivating GR People by Efo Kojo Maugbe. And oh yes, the hilarious Run for Your Wife by Image Bureau and April Communications on Saturday and Sunday respectively. There will be loads of networking opportunities, 6 days of drama, dance, music, masterclasses, and many more. Dial *714*39# to purchase tickets for selected performances or visit www.nationaltheatre.gov.gh. You can also call 050-147-6357 or 0244-830-963 for further inquiries. Ghana Theatre Festival, a celebration of heritage.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Understand the whole delay. Trot from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Or being late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go feel the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Natepia, cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go feel be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky, everybody go be that lucky.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the son of man be.
Hey!
Is that his car?
Dial *712 #. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Yeah, let's go. Welcome back. Still on the Friends and Family Show, always live on Channel 1 TV. Here at our studios at number 5, Ola Hanson Lane in Tesano. You're welcome back, and if you just joined, you're pretty welcome as well. Now, we're talking about all the realities of being a female entrepreneur, and I've got 3 wonderful ladies in the studio talking to me about it. Before I went for the break, with saying all of that, the things that she needs to hear, but I want to get into this particular side of the conversation. Was there a point, anything small when you started, that when you look back now, you still smile about it? Like, you did a great job doing that. It could be patience, it could be, perseverance, anything small, and whilst you're starting, that you think that when you sit back, say, Charlie, I do that, yeah. What would that be? Mine would be patience. A lot of patience. Because when I started my business, 2 weeks, nobody asked me how much. Nobody. People you post on Instagram or you post on social media and there's not a single like. But then I kept telling myself that people have actually seen it till they need it. They're not, liking it because they've seen, they've taken notice of it, but they haven't, gotten in touch because they don't need it yet. So for me, will be patience. And then, so this year will be 7 years. If I don't get, like, I collapsed it, you know, because there are days that I could go like, so people are not seeing that I'm posting. Just say I'll do video, I'll speak English, I'll dance. Not a single like, you know? And it's heartbreaking. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's heartbreaking, especially if you've invested so much time in branding and, you know, like, you know, social media videos and all of that. You're doing all the whatever cuts and everything. Charlie, even putting the products for display is a lot of work. You bend down, you get up. You bend down, you get up.
And no like.
And no like. Hey!
You'll be liking your thing.
I like. Because Charlie, I can go back to something I'd posted like months ago and go and like it. So I ended up creating other, you know, accounts so that I can. So I see you until I say, Pastor, my possibly be you know, and your crowd they like it. You get it because it was very heartbreaking. But then I realized that people, that's what I'm saying, people had seen it, but they weren't ready yet. So if I had gotten upset and said, I didn't wake up, you get it. But I invested, I didn't have my money back. You know, and these are clothes and these are like, you know, baby items and all of that. And before I started, I was like, everybody, every day, buy something for their child. Their diapers, their wipes, their clothes, everybody's buying something, but why me? Then I realized that there's so many people in the market as well. It goes round, then it comes to you, especially if there's something that they need. So for me, I'll say patience. And that's how I make point. My shama dear cry. You know, but what would that be for you? Same patience?
Mine will be customer service. When I started, especially exhibitions, I know a lot of people know me because of exhibitions. I don't like staying at home. But when I started, it was very difficult to talk to customers. You call a customer and then you explain, finish, I'll get back to you. You ask for price, I'll let you know. So it got to a point where now when I talk, by the time I finish talking, even if it is 20 cedis, you get one then. Then I'm like, at some point I gave up. The first time I went for an exhibition, when I came back, I said, this thing is not for me. Again. But I kept doing it. So now when I go to exhibition, people be like, hey, this were cute. You're a good marketer. I say, please, it got to a point, even if you tell me bye-bye, I know maybe you're not my target customer. Or maybe you see me somewhere and you come back and come and ask for more again. So that's one thing I look back. I smiled at it till this point, and I'm very proud of how far I've brought the brand when it comes to our customer service in the business.
Okay, I'll say mine is perseverance. When I look back, 24-year-old who had never traveled out of this country, going to China alone. Alone. In fact, when I got to the immigration, the Chinese lady looked into my passport, realized this is my first travel, looked at my face. She was like, first time traveling and you come to China alone? Like, you could see that she was shocked. And in the queue, you realize that most of the blacks, you find them either with someone, a friend, daughter, mom. But I was alone with my school bag. So when I look back and how I survived staying in China for 30 days, traveling 6 provinces in China, I don't understand Chinese. How God took me through that journey. When I look back, I really smile and I become like, it's like at this point, I don't know what will stop me or anywhere I cannot survive or anything. And so looking back at that, I smile and I thank God for how far He has brought me.
Nice.
For me, I think it's all about loving what you do. If you love what you do, no matter the circumstance or challenges that you face, you're able to succumb to them because it's not like a chore. It's something that you do and you're passionate about. So, however the challenge comes,
you stomach it.
Yes, and then it's not like, so it's Monday morning, I have to go to work. It just comes naturally to you to put on your dress, and then the way you assemble what you wear without effort. So when people see you, they think that you put a lot into it, but it's something that naturally comes to you. So if you do something that you like, you are able to persevere no matter the circumstance or the challenges that you
I think that on Mondays, a lot of road rage and all of that is from people who are not, really excited going to work on Mondays. We all better ways to say on Mondays, no smiling. Everybody's just upset.
From Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Bread and butter issues.
5:45 a.m. to 7:30.
My face becomes like this.
Oh, really?
So tomorrow is Monday. So why you down? Oh, tomorrow is Monday. So please don't ask me any questions.
Lots of road rage on Mondays. It's because the hearts, the body
you
is
don't
not
like what you do.
Yes, but then if like you're saying,
bread
if you
and
really
butter
do
issues.
Exactly, you need to be there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, at the end of the month, you will see something. Yeah. But then I like that you're saying that, because if you love it, you do it just as you would want to. All right. So if you are watching, I'd want for you to share your struggles, especially if you're an entrepreneur, female entrepreneur. You can share your struggles with us. Send me a message via WhatsApp on the number 020-444-7033. All right, darling. And I'm still going to remind you that this show is sponsored by H&H Gary 4-in-1 Gary Mix. It has Gary. There's peanuts, we have granules in there, and sugar, there's creamer. Just add water and enjoy. Okay? So go out there and grab it. It comes in different variants as well. There's chocolate and all of that. You can get the varieties and enjoy. My name is Noyo Kwote. On this Friends and Family show, we bring you all the things you need to know. The interesting things. When we have to cry, we cry. When we have to, get up and dance. I'm waiting for the day we get up and dance. We've even played golf before, so it's all right. It's okay. Anyway, so what's that assumption about entrepreneurship that, you actually had, but then when you got into it, you thought that, no, it was wrong. So wrong. I thought that today when you start business, well, you get money. I assume that, the fact that you display your products, people are just going to rush in and buy. So it was my first heartbreak. My first disappointment was that. Because I thought that, my just shop, my display, hello. You get, for months, nobody had walked in to ask me, say, baby, what your name is? Yeah. But I thought that because I've displayed my things and I put lights, I've done decor, I've done, people are going to, be attracted to that first off, and then they are saline. Yeah, so my first month, I was very disappointed. So, Charlie, I'm counting my money. How will I buy new stuff, So what's the assumption that you had about entrepreneurship, that you thought that you got in there, you realized that, nah, for
me, I'd say that I thought clothing was kind of easy to do because I asked for dresses and stuff. People wear them all the time. Until I ventured into it, someone will tell you, I want this color. I don't do this. I don't wear sleeveless. I don't do that. And so it means it's an all-inclusive thing. You can't just put colors that you like on display. You have to factor everyone
Why
else.
Talking what you like?
Yes. Because you think that is a trend.
So you also like it now.
So you'd have to put a lot of things, maybe do a lot of research before you venture into a particular field you want to go into. Just because whatever you wear is pleasing to everyone doesn't mean that everyone else
likes it.
Yes. So I think I got a wake-up call when I started.
That's true. It's not easy. It's not easy. The way I've talked for their cry, the China moment is coming to your mind.
For me, assumptions, I'll say maybe because I was close to my grandmother, and my mom also is an entrepreneur, so some of the things, it was quite expected. So for me, I think, if I'll talk of an assumption, for me, it didn't turn out like negatively. For me, it was rather positive. So I thought maybe I needed to get everything figured out first before I started anything. But from my experience now, I think, sometimes you just have to start regardless. And things would take its course as you keep on going. Yeah, so that's one thing. That was an assumption. I thought maybe I need to get this first. I even thought I had to work in an office space first. And that I need to do a 9 to 5 before I can start my own thing. But it turned out not entirely true. You can start, you don't have to necessarily do a 9 to 5 before you be a successful entrepreneur. And you don't have to have all the money before you be a successful entrepreneur. You don't have to have all the connections before you be a successful entrepreneur. For me, it's about tenacity. Once you put your mind to it,
you do it.
It would happen.
All right. Yeah. So what keeps you going in your tough days? Because everybody's got tough days and months and years. What keeps you going? What do you do?
I'll say my customers. My husband is also there because he's always like, do what you love. Some days you go and I'll hug him, I'll start crying. I say, I'm tired. I don't want to do it again. I say, don't worry. You go and sleep. When you wake up, we'll talk about it. Then you'll be like, okay, do what makes you happy. If you think it will work, fine. But also believe you have invested so much time and energy in this. And people love your product, so keep going. And yeah, when you show the product to people, and be like, is it made in Ghana? So sometimes I'll sit there when my people are talking to the customer, they'll be like, oh, she's the one that makes, and they are all like, you make this? Is this made right here? So I'm like, oh yeah. So what I'm doing is being seen, it's being valued. We are getting compliments, and then they are also buying. So if I say I'm stopping today and they call me that they want some, what should I tell them?
Do is true.
So that keeps me going, and I try to figure out what they are missing or what they will need, and I try to add it. And when I do, yes, they are very happy about it. So that's just keeping up with the momentum and then building on it. So
nice.
Yeah.
What keeps you going?
For me, my source, my solid rock is Christ. So for me, prayer keeps me going. There are lonely nights. There are weary nights. There are times you even wonder why you started. Because if it's I always say that if it's about what I'll eat, if I do one business or something, I'll be fine with my family. But sometimes I feel entrepreneurship sometimes is a calling on your life. You can't even sleep. It's like when the thing, you get the idea or God gives you the idea.
You must run wild with it.
You have to run with it, whether you are tired, whether you are in the mood, whether you are sick, you need to make it happen. So for me, my foundation has been Christ. I've also had a very good support system. That is my family and my very close friend. And also, I would say the staff. I have very supportive workers. Sometimes people ask, how are you able to do all that? I cannot do it alone. And it's one of the reasons why someone like me, I struggle to say, anytime I'm talking about my business, it's always we. And people ask, why do you? I say, no, because I don't think I'm able to do it alone. If I don't have this staff, I don't have these kind of people who believe in the vision and in the dream, I don't think it is possible. And there is one thing I always say, that if God blesses a man, it's not only with resources, but not only with financial resources, but also human resources. So if God blesses you, He's going to bless you with good people. So if you have good people in your life, and if you have good people on this journey, they are the bad ones, those ones are there. But those who keep
they add up to the
people,
thing. Yeah, because you get the experience from there.
Exactly, exactly. Right. But I'll say my staff, my management, family, friends, God. That is
nice one.
Yeah.
Auntie?
Yeah. I also have a wonderful support system. My friends, my family, my children, people I meet on a daily basis. When I make something for them and they express the joy and everything else, I'm happy. And I know that I'm fixing a problem, and so I should continue doing it.
Wonderful. Yes. Nice. I'll take a few messages real quick. This one here says, celebrating small wins along the way has helped me stay motivated and focused on my long-term goals. Now I have grown big. And this is from Kwame Dela Akachi. And from AJ Dixon in Mankran. So when I faced a major setback, I had to remind myself that failure is not the end, but rather an opportunity to learn and grow. That's nice. Yeah, so you bounce back. You know, you don't stay there. You bounce back. My business's social media presence really took off after I started engaging with my audience and sharing behind the scenes content. That's beautiful. It took a while. You know, then sponsored ads are taking your money. But they also help. These are tools that's like, you know, you can use to, you know, put yourself out there. So we're using all the mechanism. We're using everything. Yeah, you get?
Yeah.
Charlie, because this thing must
It has to go.
It has to grow because it's really painful when, you know, you realize that the things are not going the way it has to go. And I don't know how they say that thing in English though, but then you just get up at dawn and you don't know if you should cry, you should laugh, you know, because you're going, here we go again.
Exactly.
But you still have to go. It was one thing that actually kept me going anyway. Like, you know, I always say, here we go again. Here we go again. It's another day. So I take Vim, open a shop.
Yeah.
I take Vim like every day. And then it'll surprise you on days that you're not really too sure. That's when people actually walk in. Yeah, and then we grow on referrals as well.
Exactly.
We're really big on referrals. Like, you know, I got this from here, you can have it there. I got this from there, you can have it. It helps. And yes, Anka, our money is down the drain. Hey, anyway.
I also believe that you have to be ready.
Yeah, for anything.
For anything. Because sometimes it's so discouraging that you can be in the shop for almost like a week.
And nobody has
even, or if they come in, they've not bought anything yet.
You said they come in.
On a certain day, someone just enters and is taking from all over. And so, in a situation like this, if you are not ready, it means you've lost the business.
Yeah.
So there are good days and there are bad days.
But every day is not Christmas.
All you have to do is be ready, so that whoever enters will get what they want. Yeah.
I mean, every day is not Christmas. Yeah, every day is not Christmas. There are days that you go and sit there and Charlie.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing. Anyway, I've learned to prioritize self-care and set boundaries to maintain my mental and physical health amidst the chaos of entrepreneurship. It's true.
Yeah.
I bet you have out tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's serious.
Yeah.
It's very, very
it will
serious.
just pass through because, hey.
For me, there are days I will never pick up any call. That's my way of protecting my mental health.
Right.
Because it's like everyone is trying to draw
Pull from you. True.
There are days I just said,
True. One of my biggest challenges was finding the right team members. This as well. And right workers.
Yes.
Yeah.
We underestimate that. Right workers. And then it took a few missteps. But eventually I assembled a team that shared my vision and work ethic. I love the show. I love you too. You know, when you have people who are on the same wavelength or anything as you, mindsets, everything, is beautiful.
Everything just moves smoothly.
Yes, smoothly. You sail smoothly. But there was,
I think that anyway has such a team, so
you have a good team.
Yeah, because but that team does not just happen.
You go through
You need
it.
to cultivate that culture in them.
Like a salesperson.
So usually from the onset, for me, my staff, they are like family. When you meet us, no staff of mine even calls me madam. They call me mama. So it's like we're a team. We are all doing it together. And you have to explain your vision. Sometimes people don't even know why you are doing the things you are doing. So when they come on board, you need to let them know the vision. And maybe fortunately we have had some track record now, so you'll be able to refer them that look at this person, he started off as this today, he's done this, so this is a growing business, there are more opportunities in the new business. Now I'm even getting like graduates on my team. In the beginning I did not have them because obviously the salary I was going to give will not attract them, but today I'm able to get them. But let them see the bigger picture, because sometimes people feel I need to go and sit in an office, I need to go, so you need to let them know, see, I'm a graduate myself.
I started this
thing.
Right.
And every part of the business, one thing as an entrepreneur you have to learn to do is to try and be part of every process. So for me, from the beginning, I started opening my own shop. I will sit, I will scoop, I will do. So you understand, if you bring in someone and the person starts, you're able to tell the person, do it this way helped me, this way didn't help me. You don't even overburden the person because you have an experience. When the person says he or she is tired, you know he or she is tired because you've been there. So you feel their pain, and when people feel you care about them, sometimes they will also give back. Not all, but most of the time, they will also reciprocate that same love towards you and also care about your business.
So, this entrepreneurship thing is hard.
It's not easy.
But then again, you can run through it. You know, you get you fall down, you get up, fall down, you get up. That's how you can, you know, go through it. And yes, Sadia. Sister. It's over you. I'm taking my very final message because we just have about a minute to go away. After losing everything in my 50s, is there hope? I studied cookery. However, I feel it's too late. I could say it's not too late. Yours is in San Juma, like you're cooking. There are people who are actually doing meals on. I started at 60 something. I could say it's not too late at all. You can start with cookies, start with cakes. Christmas is coming. People will order cakes, especially less if you can bake. Yeah, you can go to offices and ask them if you can prepare their lunch or something. It's never too late. So far as your food is good, it's not too late at all. Hey, don't break my heart.
At least it's always good to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
And this time round, if you are starting, you're not starting off raw. You are starting off with rich experience.
Yeah.
So definitely, you're not even going to go as slow as you did initially. You can, even in a space of a year, you can scale to whatever
you do not know what would happen tomorrow. Just start. Right? Akusha, it's not too late at all. In your 50s, it's not too late. So far as you have the energy, it's not too late at all. Please try something. There's hope. You added hope. Hope Day.
Yeah.
Hope Day. What's our without cutting the quarter floor? Stop, don't do that. It's okay. Thank you very much, ladies, for coming to share. It's been wonderful having you. And you at home, if you are into any business at all, I hope that God will give you the grace to move on and the courage to stay in there. It's not easy, but please hold on tight. There's always a rainy day, and when the sun comes out as well, everybody will smile. Right, darling? Thank you very much for joining. It has been the Friends and Family Show, always live on Channel 1 TV. My name is Noyo Kwote. I need you to know that I'm super proud to say this, that we're sponsored by H&H 4-in-1 Gary Mix. Gary, creamer, granite, sugar, add water. Let's jam. I'll see you tomorrow.
The City Business Olympics is back! It's all about team building, networking, and staying healthy. Which game will your company participate in this year? Is it 7-a-side football, volleyball, swimming, basketball, or sack race? Rally your teammates and get ready for action. Date, Saturday, September 27, 2025. Time, 8 a.m.